Today, sports fans, what's going on? Patrick over here at Ghost Picks ATS coming at you with a free play of the day. Thursday night football between the Colts and the Broncos. We are down Javonte Williams and Jonathan Taylor, so I think we got a nice little insight into today's game here today. Also going to try something a little different, so stick with me. It should be short, sweet, get you on your way. Let's ride. Broncos country. All right, so first things first. Yesterday, SMU. Garbage. 1 for 11 on third downs. Turnover in the red zone. Not one of those things you like to see. Fumble. A couple drop passes, possible touchdowns. But that is here nor there. Monday, 49ers, nice top-tier win. Wednesday, SMU, garbage. Their team total did not stand a chance with the lack of execution. But with that being said, we're on into today. Thursday night football between the Colts and the Broncos. And with no further ado, we'll get right on into something that I think is a pretty killer little way to look at things for today's game, especially with some key injuries. So, let me see. Testing this out here. All right. Woohoo! All right. To the left. The farther left you are, the worse you are at throwing the football, essentially. The higher up on there, the better you are at running. The further right, better throwing. Further down below, the worst running football teams in football. So, who do we see down there at the bottom? The Colts and the Broncos have not been efficient running the football this year. Javonte Williams has been solid. A lot of this is incorporated. There's some fumbles and stuff, so you kind of got to take the Broncos with a grain of salt. The Colts, on the other hand, have just been terrible. They have the dead last rushing success rate. So that success rate's qualified by pretty much getting half the yardage on first and second down needed to get to the sticks. And then on third down, getting the first down. 25%, under 25% the Colts have been. So losing Jonathan Taylor, not the worst thing, honestly, in my opinion. Now, it would be if Randy Gregory were playing for the Broncos. But the fact that Randy Gregory is out, the Colts would be able to slide their protection to Bradley Chubb, and that Denver Broncos pass rush, which has been phenomenal this year, will be a little bit knocked down, which is crucial for Matt Ryan, who is absolute dog water. He's terrible. You put him up against any pressure, he crumbles. But if you look at these numbers here, he ranks, middle of the pack, drop back EPA. If you look at weeks 2, 3, and 4, if you take out that first week of the season, he looks even better. Now, I don't like using this stuff until, kind of like week 4, 5, 6 comes around, because that's when we have enough data to see what's going on. A couple plays won't skew everything. So, looking at this here, decent little bit of data, 4 weeks worth. But Jonathan Taylor, who's been absolutely eaten alive. Last week he averaged like 1.5 yards a carry. That was before his injury. I think that Matt Ryan will get the ball out early. If you look at his numbers this year, this game is pretty tailored for him against a good Broncos defense. He gets the ball out quick, short routes. I expect Nyheim Hines over 3.5 receptions is extremely juiced up. So if you can get on like FanDuel or DraftKings and get an alternate line over 4.5, I like that for Nyheim Hines. I like Alec Pierce as well, his over catches. I like Matt Ryan over 20.5 passing completions today. I think that it might not be effective. It might be, 23 completions for 150 yards. Dink, dunk, dink, dunk. But I do believe he will get the ball out early and will be able to keep that rock alive. Turnovers possible. I would love the Colts if it weren't for Matt Ryan under pressure. Just one of those guys, he crumbles. Pretty simply put. But they can't be worse. The Jonathan Taylor, they're losing a little bit of value. This game was 2.5. Now it's up to 3.5. And I think that's mainly because of the Jonathan Taylor news. I think that's an overreaction. If you look at what Jonathan Taylor's done this year, it's been nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's actually hurt the Colts. They've been so damn bad. And not only has it hurt the Colts, it's hurt Matt Ryan. If you look at Matt Ryan's numbers this year on first and second down, it's not been bad. It's not been bad. He gets a quick ball out. It's not big-time plays, but it's not negative plays. The Colts have been getting hurt by negative plays. When you put Matt Ryan in a third and long, he is dead last. DFL, dead freaking last. He's terrible on third and long, and that's because he's dead in the pocket. Can't really move around and whatnot. And any kind of pass rush, he's crumbles. So what we are looking for here today is for Matt Ryan to get the ball out early. I like the Colts team total over. But if you look at the flip side of things, the Colts without Shaquille Leonard, they have not been able to do anything without Shaquille Leonard for the past, 2 years. Every time he's been out, they struggle. He's out tonight, Thursday Night Football. if you look at what Russ and Cortland Sutton have been able to do over the first couple weeks, I really like what I've seen. Russ has looked terrible the first 2 weeks. Last week was, it was all right. The week before, all right. He's getting warmed up. I still got a little faith in Russ. I am going to go with the over here today. I think the over is a solid pick given the injuries that we have here today. We're going to see less runs, more early down passing, which it leads to shorter second and third downs. It should be more efficient moving the ball. And with that, Matt Ryan got to protect the ball. And if he doesn't, turnovers lead to quick scores and, more pass attempts from Matt Ryan. It might be an ugly one, but I do believe the over hits tonight, Thursday Night Football. We're taking the over 41.5, 42. It is still low. It has dropped due to the Jonathan Taylor news. But I don't think it affects it too much. I actually think the Colts are a little better because of it. And the Broncos losing Javonte, they are not necessarily, but I do believe that we see a higher pass rate. So let's ride. Broncos country, Colts nation. Let's see an over. Peace and blessings. Let's see if this worked out pretty well.